We're going live, and there's Frontier Tina. Tina's telling us it's 7. So here we are, guys. We are live, and I got my buddy Nate with me.
Hello, everybody.
And so we're going to be talking about bottles that haven't been opened, that were kind of like top shelf bottles. Most of them, weren't they?
Yeah, most of them were. There's a couple different bottles I wouldn't consider top shelf, but just new releases.
Yeah, and then I was looking. It's like we've got 10 bottles on the table here, 9 of which Nathan has bought. Three of them he's bought and gave to me, and then he brought 6 from his house. And then I have the Bullet rye that we have not opened yet, so we're going to try that 12-year Bullet. So there's Terry Meyer. They're all saying hi to Tina. Tina's in the house, staying warm. Me and Nate are in here in the Frontiersman Bourbon Bar, and there's Sassy Sue. Good evening, and we'll talk a little bit about. He says hi, Nathan and crew, and there's Grandma Joanne. Let's just talk a little bit about my video. I seriously was, going to say adios for a while, and I'm going to take a break. But as soon as I start thinking about just trying to relax and see if, about when I want to move forward, then my mind just starts thinking about videos I need to make. So and Dice said, is that like a publicity stunt? Dice from Gamblin Granny. And I was like, no, I'm not smart enough to do a publicity stunt. But, and there's Marty Summers back. So anyway, we can talk more about that, throughout the evening. But I'm here and I told Nathan, I said, I promised we were going to do one on Friday. He's been wanting to showcase some of his bourbons.
Oh, yeah.
And so we're going to do that. And Dice always does good stuff for me. Dice is a good person I can reach out and talk to. He's very supportive all the time. So Dice is a good guy. Good guy. One of my best. So what are we going to do, Nathan?
I don't know. Want to let people out there choose what we try first? You want to?
That'd be good.
About between Penelope 9-year
and it's
Estate Collection.
Check that out. Penelope Estate Collection. It's 101 proof.
Yeah, it's 101.2.
It probably tastes just like Wild Turkey 101. I bet.
Maybe. One way to find out.
And what's the other one?
And then we got one that I just got in the Virginia ABC lottery. We just won that and picked it up yesterday. It's a Weller full proof. It's coming in at 114 proof. So that is an option.
So
we can start off with really good ones.
We're gonna let y'all pick. Dice just came in, and Dice, we were talking about you. What a good guy he is, and how supportive he and Gigi have been to us. And so anyway, everybody misses Tina. She's pretty. She's not quite as pretty as Nathan.
I don't know about all that. Oh.
So y'all get to vote. Penelope or Weller?
Weller
full proof. So Penelope or Weller, we're going to try.
What are y'all taking out there?
Take a vote. And so nobody's voting. There's a Weller. Scott, my man Scott, he's reached out. I appreciate a lot of people reaching out to me. There's another Weller. There's a Penelope. It's 2-1. There's Dave. Dave reached out as well. I appreciate you guys. Y'all are so supportive. So it's 2-1. We need one more Miller or two. Miller. One more Weller, and we ain't even started drinking yet. It's two. It's tied. Tammy Roach is back. I remember her from last week, and that was nice. Glad to see you back.
Right.
So we got Weller, Penelope. Next one wins.
Well, who's it going to be?
I want to try the Weller, so we'll see.
I want to try both. So.
Yeah. We're not getting any more votes. I think everybody left.
Oh,
Penelope. Terry says to me, how many times did Terry vote? Nah, he didn't. What was your favorite breakfast in the Smokies? Okay, that's Jer trying to get a shameless plug.
Uh-oh.
Of course, Jerry, it was that monstrosity of a breakfast he cooked up with sausage and ham and eggs and pancakes. What else did he have on there? I can't even remember.
I don't know. That sounds like enough right there.
I mean, he had everything. So it was the best breakfast they got. What are we doing, Penelope? Here, you open it.
Let's see what we do.
You want the light?
No, I got it. Wait.
You need my knife?
I got it.
But that was one heck of a breakfast, Jer. If y'all haven't seen that video, and I call it the best breakfast in Gatlinburg, and we're with Jer and Kim, and what a beautiful setting that was on top of that mountain. It was unreal. So, all right, so we're going to do this cork pull to my man Scott. Scott, unless he voted for Weller. Now, if he voted for Weller, we ain't gonna do it for Scott. We gotta see what Scott said.
We're back in the history here.
No,
Scott said Weller.
We'll do it anyway. All right, this is for Scott because we love Scott. Here we go. Ooh, that's pretty strong.
Not bad.
Oh, I can smell that already. Can you?
Yeah, a little bit.
That's pretty nice.
A little bit.
Scott says, "Oh wow, thanks," and he said, "Oh, I did vote for him." Well, he got you anyway, Scott. He's been a good Patreon and YouTube member for a while. So, is that enough?
I don't know. You pour.
We call Nate Big Pours LLC. Now this Penelope. Now I've had the Architect, which you had. That's really good.
Yeah, we had the Architect. We tried the Valencia. I don't know, a couple weeks ago. We weren't.
How was it? It was okay.
Man, it was okay. It wasn't one of our favorites. We did try another Penelope. I
can't think I got one up here somewhere.
Remember, I got another single barrel from Evergreen. It was a black label, but it was different than this one.
And we got Copperhead 1776. He says, once we prove Bigfoot exists, what is his first pour from the? Oh, that's a good question.
What's your pour?
Well, if I get a good video of Bigfoot, guys, I'll probably become a millionaire. So I'm gonna just get Pappy 15 or 23 or whatever, because that's what we're gonna get. But
till then, he's gonna get Buffalo Trace.
Other than that, it's Jim of Kentucky, because Kentucky is the home of what they call the midnight whistler. So if you're out in the woods at midnight and you hear this whistle, that's probably a Bigfoot, or it could be a bobcat. You just never know.
Yep.
So thanks for coming in, guys. We really appreciate all of you all.
What you think?
It smells like really cinnamony. Do you get that?
Yeah, I got a little bit. I mean, I smell sweetness.
Yeah, it's sweet and cinnamon. And it's called
So when they did this bottle, they kind of, I don't know, weird marketing. So they've got a Estate Collection on the bottle, but they also call it a private select. But there is 2 bottles Let's say Estate Collection. There's a
Mhm.
private select, and then there's another one. I don't remember whether it's single barrel or something. It says something else here,
Okay.
but they both very similar bottles.
And so, and by the way, Penelope is an MGP, which means Midwest Grains Productions, and they're cutting down on production. They say they have so many aged barrels. I guess maybe they're not being bought or whatever. So they're slowing down a little bit.
Right.
Not saying that's going to hurt Penelope, but it might hurt some other. Was it Lux?
Yeah. So
Lux Row.
Like we were talking the other night, MGP basically makes, I don't know how many barrels, but a ton of barrels. And there's a lot of new brands that come out, and they source their whiskey from MGP until they can actually have their own whiskey to use. So
yeah,
I think that is part of what's going on. Like Bardstown, for example, they were blending all different things together for discoveries and all their other bottles they make. So, but now they're actually, when the Origin series came out, that's actually their own whiskey that they've been making. So so you got a whole lot of stuff that can contribute to that.
And Tammy wrote, says she is partial to the sweeter bourbons. And Grandma Joanne says she's got her nightgown on. Dice says he's got his nightgown on as well. No, wait a minute. He says, I have to tune some guitars and pour some drinks. Cheers, y'all. All right, have fun, Dice.
Let us know what you pour, Dice.
We won't be on here too long, so we won't interfere. Not that it matters. Y'all get like 300, 400 people coming in their live stream, so they're not going to miss us. But so, and there's Roger Randall. Hey, Roger, good to see you. Thanks,
Hello, Roger.
Thanks for your comments on Patreon. Appreciate you a lot. And it's great to see you. Got a nice group of people on here. And this is really good.
Oh, yeah.
And it's a 101.
Yep. I think that's what it was. Yeah, 101.2.
It's very cinnamony, spicy, little,
almost like a rye.
maybe some, it's like maybe rye spice or something, but it's got, I don't know, it's sort of a little tinge of a red fruit in there, but it's got a short finish.
Yeah, very short finish on it.
Like mid palate, and it's
like
not
mid palate. I get a lot of flavor.
Yeah.
Up front, I get a little bit of sweet. Mid palate, I'm getting almost like a rye taste, and then it kind of lingers with that spice, and then the finish is pretty short.
But this is a very easy sipper, and Dice says he's going with Knob Creek 9. Can't beat that.
Not a bad one.
Good mixer, good sipper.
Yeah.
How much did you pay for that? Probably, approximately.
I think that was like $70, 75.
So for $75, that's
most of the Penelope.
Yeah, that's not bad. They're all pretty good.
Yeah,
that I've tried,
good, and they're all somewhat expensive.
I like it. I'm getting a little. It's not really bitterness. It's something else that's lingering. Maybe it's the alcohol or something.
Yeah, I was noticing like right on the beginning of like the back finish, like I get just a touch of
like
something.
A little vapor of something, but which is not sweet. Some bourbons give you a nice long sweet finish. Definitely, if I was to score this, if it was my bottle, it's going to be in probably the high 70s. It's pretty good. Yeah, tell us what we're drinking there. Scott says, I've been working on a bottle of 1792. I like the rye and wanted to try the whiskey. Pretty good. Yeah, 1792 is usually solid. I've got a single barrel, I believe, and I thought that was very good.
I've got the single barrel. The bottled and bond was really good. We got the full proof.
Yeah.
And we got a sweet wheat. We haven't tried it. We got it last month. So what would you say if I told you the mash bill on this thing was 74% corn, 20% rye,
I can see the rye,
1% wheat, and 5% malted barley, or barley malt?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's what we're at 5%. Maybe that's what we're tasting on it back here. That malt
Could be.
But it tastes like it's got more rye than that in it to me.
Yeah. It but 20% is still pretty high for a bourbon. But that's a lot of corn, 74% corn. Ryes give you some nice sweetness too. So, the Lots Creek Day says he's been working on another bottle of 10-cup rye. All right. Copperhead says definitely cold here, having bonded benchmark and barrel proof larceny to warm up.
Larceny will warm you up.
I wonder what you could probably make a blend of that.
Yeah.
And then, I think you should try definitely, Scott. I think you'd like some Penelope. If you can find a single barrel, if you ever see that Architect, that's really good. I think the Architect's even better than that there.
Yeah.
The Architect's really good.
There was another one, is it a foolproof? The red one?
Let's see, what do I have one up here?
I think there's a red label. It's either barrel proof or foolproof. I think that one is probably one of my favorites.
Here it is.
Yep, that's it. Barrel strength. So it's barrel strength.
And that's good. You can see we drank
that one's
quite a bit of that.
And this should be one that you can find on the shelf all the time.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty good stuff.
Or most of it.
So, I don't remember what I scored it or if I scored it. All right. So, we're going to step it up a little bit in proof now. Since we started off with, maybe we should just open the Weller. No, we'll give him a chance. Weller versus the Blue Run. That's going to be a tough battle, but I think people still. So, guys, I've already opened this bottle, and it is really good, but I haven't scored it. Nathan brought this to me over to the house because he knows I'm a huge Blue Run fan, and he saw it while he was out. Where'd you get this in Kentucky?
So I got that one in Lexington, Kentucky at Liquor Barn. Walked in. I told Walt that I'd seen that there was a Blue Run single barrel, and we needed to try to find it.
Mm-hmm.
And I just happened to walk right into it. So this bottle is the Blue Run Chosen, which it's a
Liquor Barn store pick.
It's a Liquor Barn store pick, and it's 130.2 proof. But yeah, it's a really cool bottle. We've tried it, and it's definitely a hitter.
All the Blue Runs I've tried are really good. The Emerald Rye is so much pepper though that's not my favorite, but it's still good. So y'all can choose between this Blue Run. Let me show you this. This is the Blue Run Chosen, or the Weller again.
Weller again, the foolproof.
So y'all can. Is it Scott? Yes, it's a little hot, but it's also just really good. I mean, it's just full of flavor.
Oh yeah.
And Copperhead said he's sharing all these, not all at once, but he says he does like the blend.
Scott's gonna go to
Blue Run. Hey boy, see Scott. Hey boy, and we got another Blue Run. Terry, hey boy, got my Patreon people coming on.
Yep.
Come on, we need
There's a third one.
3. There's Phil Wynn. I think that's how you'd say his name.
Well, hello, Phil.
Thanks for coming in.
Welcome to the party.
So we're going from 94 to 130. He said, I work at ABC, so I can't get a weller full of food, please.
Well,
I will try it. We'll try it
we'll
next,
try it.
no matter what.
Yeah, so I entered the lottery. We won that one. I've actually got all the wellers except the 12 and the CYPB. So we've got them all. We're getting there.
You want new glass?
Yeah, that's cool.
And I got the other Frontiersman. Hey guys, a little commercial time. If you sign up as a Patreon member, then you get this very cool Frontiersman adventure Glencairn after a couple months and a t-shirt. I go broke doing this, but it's cool. It's
sign up.
But I don't go broke when you share it with your friends. Say, hey, look at this cool glass I got.
Share out the live stream tonight.
Yeah. All right. So Terry Meyer, we're going to do this cork pull to Terry and his beautiful bride Sue. But we should have done Scott's beautiful bride.
Maybe we'll do it on
We'll
do it on well.
So there we go. We're going to open up this Blue Run 130.2 proof. Woo! This has already been opened, but pretty decent for already being open.
That is not true. I do not win all the lotteries right now.
Yeah, he won that. Tell the story. Well, save the lottery story until we're opening it next pour. Big Pours LLC over here.
Yeah, see if I can put 4 ounces in this thing at 130.
The one thing I don't like about the Blue Run is their corks are rubber, which I guess they think they're saving the environment, I guess.
I mean, it's possible. I mean, the one thing with the actual cork ones is, I mean, I'm sure there's plenty of people out there that's had one to break off in a bottle. And I wouldn't want it to break off in a bottle of that.
That's true. Scott says she's not in the room. It's okay. Oh God, that smells so good. Oh, that just, man, this. Oh man, it's just like caramel and vanilla. Like you just like.
It's almost got like smelling a cookie.
It really is. It's like
almost like gingerbread.
It's like cookie dough with
man.
It's like a butterscotch, like it's got butterscotch or Heath toffee on the cookie. You've seen cookies like that, man.
That is,
jeez. Wow. Now you do get some heat, but oh my God, there's so many
different than that.
So many flavors.
I mean, that's like another level.
It is. This stuff right here, guys. Blue Run knows what they're doing. That is a really good bottle. Of course, you could try all the Blue Runs I've tried are really good. And I love the high rye. That's one of my favorites. But wow,
there's not one you want to pour a big pour up. I tell you, no big pour LLC on this
one. Wow. Now this finish just lingers. Some of it's heat, but some of it's still a little sweet too.
Oh yeah, you're kind of getting a hug, but it's still sweet.
Yeah. Cookies hanging on. Tina's coming out. Guys, that is some really, really good.
Yeah, I mean the legs. I mean it's like from the top of the glass all the way down.
Yeah, I don't know if you could see the streaks on this. I don't know if you can, but
I don't remember. Did that one have like an age on it? Or did it even say anything?
I don't know, but let's check it out. I got my Bill Coleman light, but Bill's not here. This thing has not been doing too great. Sorry. It The other ones do have an age statement, don't there? Or is it Barrell that does that?
I thought some of them do. I thought
This one doesn't have an age statement. It's a
model 21.
7/18, 23.
No, don't have an age. So we don't know how old it is. I'm gonna guess.
It's got to be at least.
I would guess at least.
I'd
10?
say 6.
I'm thinking 10. I mean, that's
6 or 8.
I can taste a lot of.
You got oakiness in it?
Well, I mean, I can. It's not very pronounced, but the flavor on the
the flavors has to be, and it's got to be aged. I'm just guessing 6 to 8, but if somebody wants to look up Blue Run Chosen, let us know. Here's the West Virginia bourbon guy.
Hello, West Virginia bourbon guy.
It is cold and very windy. I mean,
it's a little chilly.
I'm surprised that this studio really buffers the sound. I put insulation up, and it is doing really good. And it's actually really good. Yeah, Sue wants some of this now. Yes, you will love it. Gosh,
it's one way to keep yourself.
Now, if you don't like high proof, you're not gonna want to do that. But
no. And that, honestly, even to us that I've drank plenty of high proof stuff, that first sip is like just smacks you in the tongue.
Mm-hmm.
After that, it calms down a little bit.
Yeah, but it's honestly, to me, it doesn't drink like it's 130. It drinks like it's about 110. Yeah, I was gonna say about 110, something like that.
110ish.
I really like that. And since I own that bottle now, since Nathan gave it to me, I'm going to give that a nice score. 92.
A 92. You heard it here first.
Tina, write that down. And I actually didn't put the last scores in the updated thing, so I got to do that too. But that's a 92, guys. That's really good. Really good.
And that was a pretty hard one to find. I mean, we have not seen any of those here in Virginia. Matter of fact, I don't think I saw any in Tennessee. I don't think we saw any last December when we went to Kentucky. We went to Evergreen and a few other, we stopped at 5, 6 7 liquor stores down there. And I just happened to stumble across it. I think I only had two bottles of it, I think. That's when I called you and said, you won't believe what I found.
You know what else has scored a 92? Let me just tell you, Kentucky Spirit, which you know I love that. And Russell's got a 93. So 92 is like one of the highest scores I've given. So that's pretty strong. I think for all the flavors you get, it's strong.
It's like a well-rounded total. I mean, from the mouthfeel, a little bit of sweet, a little bit of heat, and then you're getting that proof and that hug. There's not many bottles that are.
Yeah, and there's Steve.
Fours that are like that. Well, hello, Steve.
Steve Hickey's in the house. Bourbon guy says it's windy, and he said winter's here. That's for daggone sure.
Yeah, it sure seems that way today.
That is definitely a really high score, Tina. So that stuff is really good. When Nathan brought it over, we're like, oh my God, this stuff is so good. So that's
a high one.
Really, really good. So
that is definitely a high one.
All right, so it's probably now that we drank that 130 proof, we're going to step down to Weller.
Weller's probably not even going to taste it.
We'll probably throw it out in the yard.
Yeah, I might have to drain for it. You believe that?
All right, no voting on this, and we're going to do Weller. We're going to have to do this cork pool for Roger Randall. Roger, you still in here? And I want to know if Roger's got a lot of bottles. Does Roger, do you have the Weller? If he's still in?
Roger, Roger. Ew, buddy. 114 Weller to the yard, he said.
114 Weller to the yard. That's right.
I'll put that out there with that scotch.
What's the proof on that?
114 proof.
114.
I love 107. I've tried 107. We've tried Special Reserve. I've got 2 single barrels that we got last year at a drop, but I did not open them. And I've noticed those things have went so far up in value. I mean, they're going for like $500 and $600 a bottle on secondary market now. So I'm kind of afraid to open them.
And you paid how much?
So
59.
So this bottle was $58.99, I think.
Yeah.
I can't remember what the single barrel we got last year was, but I think it was close to the same, 58, 59, something like that.
That's amazing. And he got it at the lottery.
Yeah, so this one was a lottery win. Of course, you got to enter. So for y'all that aren't from Virginia ABC or from Virginia, the Virginia ABC does a lottery.
Hang on. Thanks for coming in, Sligo Bob. Thanks. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So they hold lotteries every once in a while where you put your name in and they draw names to see who wins a chance to buy the bottle. And last time Lori actually put in for the 1792 and she won the Sweet Wheat out of that lottery. And this time I put in for the Wellers. Well, actually she put in 2, but I actually won the chance to buy this one. So,
and I've put in for it and I got nothing.
And I've got a few other friends that put in for it. Chuck, I don't know if Chuck's out there, but Chuck, a couple people I work with entered it and they didn't win. So I don't know. It's the second time I've won in the Virginia ABC. So, hey.
He's lucky.
We're getting ready to go to Vegas and see if we win over there, I reckon. I don't know.
We got to win enough money to buy us a horse. Now, Nathan and I are both into horse racing.
Walt wants us to get us a horse.
We got to buy a horse. So
that's why I haven't sold those or opened those single barrels.
We need more Patreon members so we can actually, if we could pool our money with Patreon, we can start a syndicate and buy us a horse.
We might have to just start a damn GoFundMe account for a horse.
But if Derek and Cindy's here, Derek, he could sell one of his cars and buy us a horse.
Look at that. Big Pours LLC wins all the bourbon lottery.
He does. This is Big Pours LLC. I think that's what's going to be his YouTube channel.
Yeah.
So
we're working on it.
All right. So I guess we need new glasses, don't we?
We can grab us a couple new glasses. What are you, bourbon junkie?
I like them bourbon junkies.
Bourbon junkie, and I got an Eagle Rare glass.
Bourbon junkies glass.
Got Eagle Rare. Oh.
Well, we had Eagle Rare.
I still got Eagle Rare. All right, who was this one going out there?
I'm just going to go to Roger Randall.
All right, Roger. He's got a store pick Weller foolproof.
Oh, wow. That was awful weak.
I know. What are you going to do?
Put it back in. We got to do better. Roger deserves a better pop than that. This stuff's weaker than water. Oh, my God.
Weller, you're going to have to work on your corks, guys.
I can't even smell that.
Maybe they gave me a junk bottle. Maybe ain't nothing in it. It smells like George Dick.
He said he has his in a Weller glass. All right.
Well, we're going to have to step our game up.
Roger's bragging.
We got to step our game up, Walt. I don't see a Weller glass in this.
Well, you do have an Eagle Rare. It's close enough. Oh, listen to this. Nice little neck pour.
Oh.
Because it's shaped like, shaped like a nice, sexy woman, right?
Yeah.
So that's what a lot of people, that's why guys like bottles. It's like they shape them so that you'll be attracted to the bottle and stuff. So anyway.
So have you ever had Weller foolproof before?
I've never had Weller. The only Weller I've had is the
107. You tried
special
107.
special reserve.
107.
We poured that out in the yard.
No,
It's
that
not very
107 is good. I could drink 107 every day. Now I have never had Weller Foolproof either, and I think when we were at Evergreen, when we were sitting there at the bar, we had the Elijah Craig 18. What we had, Elmer T. Lee, and I think the next one we were going to do was that Weller. There was people down the end of the bar. They had a Weller, they had a Foolproof, and they had a CYPB, and I was going to pick one of those as our next pour.
And they drank.
And then we had to go get something.
Is that what those guys at the end of the bar?
No, they had a bottle.
Oh, they
there
finished
were guys at the end of the bar. There was, what do you think, 5, 6 guys?
Yes.
They had a bottle of Pappy and cleaned the bottle out by the pour. So I don't know what that guy's bill was, but it was much more than
and they were. It was like $300 a pour. I mean, it was like, so me and Nathan, we tried Elijah Craig 18 and Elmer T. Lee, and we're just sitting there, and those dudes are finishing off the Pappy bottle. And like, this was at the Evergreen liquor store in Bardstown. And that was crazy. Need some high proof to keep warm tonight, sipping on some 1972 Foolproof. There you go. Yeah, that's a good one. Steve's sipping some Eagle Rare from in his Frontiersman, Glen Cairn. There you go. Attaboy, Steve. It just tastes better.
Oh, yeah.
Everything just tastes better in a Frontiersman Glen. And plus, you can dream about Bigfoot as you're sipping. And Copperhead says, yep, when it gets in the 30s, the pours need to be on the 20s and 30s.
Oh, yeah.
All right, I get no smell off this.
I'm not getting much off the smell on that either.
It's just, I get a little, maybe a little.
A touch of sweet.
Yeah, a little sweetness, but it's not defined. Like, it's not a caramel. It's not anything. It's just sweet. Made like syrup. It's kind of syrupy.
Maybe.
I don't get anything else.
No, I'm getting like one smell.
Oh, wow. It sips better than it smells, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
It's a little hotter, but it's a little spicy. But is there rye in that? I mean, it's a weeded.
That's a weeded bourbon.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, that tastes very similar to that.
It does.
That Weller and the Penelope we drank earlier.
It's very close.
Tastes really close to this, which is weird.
But the Weller has a lot longer finish.
Yeah, which it's a touch higher proof.
I'm getting a little bitterness to it though. Just a tad, but then a great finish. I mean, that is a sweet, nice finish. Buffalo Trace knows how to get those finishes in there. It's like the distillers are looking for that taste that makes it linger.
Definitely.
That is, man, I'll tell you what. That's good.
Copperhead, I would say it's a good lotto win.
No, I think it's good.
Yeah, it's good. Sometimes these bottles, when you first open them, that neck pours. You gotta let them open up a little bit. So yeah, we'll see. We'll probably revisit it, but it's good. It could be better once it sits a little bit.
Little bitterness for just a tinge before you get to the mid palate. Yep. A little bitterness in there because that's the oak coming out, I guess. But then I hate to use it's like I get bitterness then sweet. Like it's sweet, then a little bit of bitter, then it's sweet, and it lingers.
Yeah, you just get a lingering finish that doesn't. Mm-hmm. I don't really have a taste for that finish. It's just kind of you're kind of getting heat, but it's not like bunch of heat.
I'm trying to see what else I get on the nose. Tina says, "Save me some."
We might,
Mm-hmm. He's only got like 700 bottles. I don't think he's in danger of finishing that one off tonight.
You never know.
He might.
Yeah, there's two similarities in the taste of both of those bottles, which is kind of weird because.
Yeah, but I think the Weller's a little bit.
The Weller's better.
Yeah. Weller's better.
But it's at the mid palate.
Did you wash? Did you cleanse? Yeah. After you drink the water, now go back and sip it again. It's even better.
Yeah.
That's good stuff.
Yeah, that's good.
I think it's really good. So
I don't know if I like it better than 107. My personal opinion.
I would have to try the 107 again. I can't remember.
We'll have to do that one.
We have to bring it over.
Side.
Yeah.
Drink them.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So, guys, I don't really have any Bigfoot stories tonight. I mean, I got some. So, but maybe after we try one more, we'll give them another choice. Between the Bookers or Bookers or the Bullet Rye. That might be rye time. So y'all want to try? We're going to do another Bookers, which is what's the proof on that?
All right, so this is the new Bookers just released this week here in Virginia. Just picked it up off the shelf Tuesday, I think. So this is the 04 2024. It is 125.8 proof. Woo! And it is called, as most of you know, Bookers. They usually have a name on them. This one's called Jimmy's Batch. So that's an option.
Or the Bullet Rye, aged 12 years. So, and it's only 92 proof. So 46% alcohol. So it's an American straight rye whiskey. The Frontier whiskey.
Well, looks like Booker's is already won.
So Booker's is already won. Just throw this out in the yard. They didn't even wait for me to.
I know. You didn't even get to
I didn't even
introduce
get to do this. I already done. Bookers.
I guess everybody likes Bookers.
I guess so.
And anybody out there in Virginia, these have been on the shelf this week. Pretty much found them any sort.
Is Marty Summers out there still? Jer? Because if he is, he's actually the Canadian Barbecue Mafia, who's a Patreon member, and I was going to do this cork pull in honor of Jer.
You need a new glass?
Marty Summers.
You need another glass?
Yeah, I probably need another glass.
We're going to need more glass.
We just run out of glasses.
We got more glass.
Surely Marty ain't.
He couldn't have went off here already.
He might have gone to sleep.
What in the world is this glass? New riff.
What
it's
is
a new riff?
Uh-huh.
We got a new riff glass.
All right.
Some Bookers.
So here we go.
Yeah.
Nice. That's a nice cork pull right there. And they got like a sort of rubbery cork. Or is that?
I think it's rubber.
Yeah.
It's like rubber to me.
I think they're going that way now. Marty Mafia and his beautiful wife Kim. I guess they done went to sleep.
We you remember we tried the last Bookers, the 03 2024.
That was really good.
We tried the 02 2024, which was my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen a lot of people say they didn't like it, but for some reason that thing has like this cinnamon aftertaste. You remember that one?
Mm-hmm. I know.
I mean, it was just delicious.
I became a big Booker's fan. I've only got one.
Yeah, ever since I drank that one, I've been looking for these things because I was like, man, I've had a couple, never opened them, never tried them, and then we opened that one,
Mm-hmm.
and I tried it, and I said, well, what have we been doing?
Only one I have is the 01 2022, and it's never been opened.
What do you get on the nose on that thing? Huh?
I ain't even smelled it yet.
I can smell it. I smell a lot of alcohol.
I got a lot of
I get
alcohol.
a lot of alcohol smell on that.
I'm trying to see if I get anything else.
I'm starting to get something.
I ain't getting much. Maybe a little.
I'm not getting much.
Maybe a little floral note or something.
Yeah. I could go with that.
Maybe a little.
Floral with
I think it smells.
ethanol.
It smells like Yellow Rose of Texas.
I don't know about all that.
It's Yellow
It
Rose
smells
of
more like
Texas.
Ethanol honeysuckle. That's what I smell. Ethanol honeysuckle, and that's my story.
And Yellow Rose of Texas.
And Yellow Rose of Texas.
I smell some heat.
I'm getting a little bit
It kind
better.
of smells. I tell you what,
I'm getting the cinnamon now.
if you've ever been to a NASCAR race at Martinsville, it smells a little like that gassy fumes you get as you're coming down.
Unical 76?
Yes.
That's what I thought you was going to say.
And with Kyle Petty burning his brakes up,
Yeah.
going around things,
Hold the
you
brakes
smell that.
so we
it's a
don't
little
go too fast around there.
fire and
Fire and water.
fire and heat.
I'm starting to get some cinnamon smell.
I ain't getting nothing.
I'm starting to get some cinnamon.
Ooh. Whew. I got a little cinnamon and I got a little sweet, but then good Lord. I think the top of my head just about came off. Lord, and it went, the heat went out my ears, out my nose.
Oh, Lord. That's definitely a different one there.
Good Lord.
I
They
like
need to
that.
rename that NASCAR fuel.
Oh, Lord.
Oh my God.
Man, that was a
I'm
weird
trying to-
one. That was weird.
Jeez.
It did.
But there was a little bit of second
something
of
like
sugar.
floral sweet.
Yeah.
And then it just like
Yeah.
exploded.
Yellow Rose of Texas. And then you got the Texas heat right behind it.
I mean, mid palate, it just like went kapoof.
We're going to try it again. I'm more prepared. That was better. That was better.
Oh, yeah.
But it's that's just not my favorite.
It's got just a touch of it.
It's just I'm getting ethanol, wood, nuts, cashews,
Rinse your palate one time.
which I like.
And take another.
All right, we're gonna do it. I'm gonna
Take
rinse my
another.
palate.
Because that's what I just did. And I didn't taste it. So this one is it's 7 year, 9 month, and 10 days. So that's the age statement on this one. So this is 7 year. And now once I've had 2 sips, I go back, I can actually smell.
You can smell?
I can smell a little bit now.
What do you smell though?
It smells good. I
Like
mean,
what? What do you smell?
It smells like, I smell like cinnamon and
I do in yours. Give me a little bit more.
maybe you
of this.
don't have enough juice in it.
Maybe I ain't got enough juice in.
I mean, it smells. I'm smelling. I almost smell like that nuttiness, sweet nuttiness.
Yeah, it's a
What I
sweet
smell.
nut, like a cashew.
Like a pecan or something.
Pecans ain't sweet. Let's say put like some damn pralines and shit
That's
on
what I smell. A Bucky.
it.
Praline pecan. That's what I smell.
Smells like a Bucky's nugget.
But yeah, I smell that.
That's what Tina said to me. I smelled sweet.
You're kind of nutty.
Like like a Bucky's nugget.
A Bucky's nugget. But after I rinsed
It
my
is.
palate,
It is.
tastes
I got
totally different.
more in the glass, and now I'm smelling a little bit sweet.
But I do get that nuttiness right up front.
Yeah, and I think that's why I'm not a fan. I
don't know. And not all of them are. Not all the Bookers are like that. Surprising.
Yeah. Scott, is that what is?
They got peanut.
Is that peanuts on there? Yeah.
Yeah, that's
peanuts.
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 Peanuts or Band-Aids, one.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. And there, Tina's. What is that? That Tina's put on there? Is that like a beaver or something?
I think
It's a beaver.
They're gonna be squirrels. We need a squirrel, Tina, not a beaver.
Cinnamon juice. No, it's really
no.
It's NASCAR fuel wrapped in around a cashew nugget, maybe a little bit of syrupiness in there.
Yep.
And like,
It doesn't
but
have
not like a maple syrup, more like a high fructose corn syrup.
Yeah. But it doesn't have, I don't get that. Once we had that first sip, I don't get that crazy heat.
God, I still am.
I don't get the crazy heat like we had first sip.
If you're not careful, like if you just sip it like you're going to sip something normal, you're going to get it. Now. If she does, I'll wear it. I'll definitely wear it. No. Did you say beaver nuts? No, I said Bucky's nuggets. No, I didn't say beaver nuts.
Yeah, he said beaver nuts. That's what he said. His Bookers taste like beaver nuts. I couldn't chime in on that because I ain't sure what that tastes like.
All right, we're gonna go rye.
What would you say?
And it's gonna be the last thing. Then we're out of here.
What would you say? Worst bottle we've tried tonight?
Yeah, it's not my favorite out of anything we've tried tonight. Definitely. And that's a shame because I just the other night when Nathan brought the other one over, I'm like, man, I'm really liking Booker's. That's because he brought 2 bottles over, and I really like both of them.
Yeah.
But that one is just, whew.
So one of the 2 bottles I brought over that we tried was the new Little Book Infinite. I think that's what it's called.
Oh, is that what it was? Yeah.
So that's like a 20 or 23 year juice in that bottle, and that was smooth, mellow, really oaky, but really good. So what you got?
We're going with some rye. Well, this is actually a burr rye. If I would say some of my favorite bourbons are the burr ryes, like a high rye bourbon. I love those. And this one's from Knob Creek. And let's see if I can get that on there. So bourbon and rye, it's a blended straight whiskeys. So it's a burr rye so that's a Knob Creek burr rye, or the Bullet 12, which we already showed you. Y'all pick. Roger says Bullet.
Silver Bullet.
Silver Bullet.
Yeah, I don't know. I've heard really good things about that Bullet.
I've heard some really good. That's Bruzel's favorite rye.
Yeah.
Y'all know who Bruzel is.
There's
2 Knob Creeks. There's a No Creek and a Knob Creek. We know what you mean, Terry.
There's another Bullet.
We're tied up 2-2.
Coming down to the last shot.
And Copperhead, no one is buying that bourbon rye at my store. Oh, really?
Really?
Huh. Well, we're going to see why. Maybe if somebody says, Knob Creek.
It might not be any good.
Unless
they
somebody
might be
says
smarter than we are.
Yeah. It's 2-2. Bullet it is. We'll find out next time. We're gonna try this bullet. Have I opened that before? I just now opened it, didn't I? All right, bullet 12-year. No, we ain't doing both. Nathan's got to work tomorrow. And this cork pool's going to go out to, we're going to do this one to Derek and Cindy Stephan. So if they're watching, sometimes they'll lurk. What?
I ain't got to work tomorrow.
Oh, it's Saturday.
Yeah.
Oh, we up all night. That wasn't too bad. Wasn't too bad.
We need another glass?
Oh, that smells good. Tina's going to have a lot of dishes to wash.
Tina, we're going to need glass to wash for the night's over with.
Sue, you need to come down and help Tina wash dishes.
We got the smooth amber. Both of us got a smooth
What's that from? Oh, was that from this?
Yes, sir. That's a real cork.
Yeah, it is.
See, they got a real cork.
See, they got a real cork.
I know.
And actually, do you know, to make a cork, they just take the outside bark and make a cork. And then it doesn't harm the tree, and they can
start over.
Yeah.
I thought it was really cool when we did I went to Louisville. I think it was back in September. We went to Old Forester. We did a tour there. I would highly recommend, if you're in Louisville, to do that tour. They kind of take you through the whole process from fermentation, distillation. They even show you how they make the barrel out there, which I thought was really cool. Somebody in our group got to char the barrel. It actually rolls across a conveyor up to whatever the machine's called. It shoots flames up through it into a hood.
So do they use a 2, 3, or 4 char?
I think on theirs was 2. I think it was a number 2 char. I could be wrong, but I think it was number 2.
I guess it depends. If it's 1910, they really char.
And I think it also depends on what product they're putting in that barrel. But the cooperage, they actually have one there on site. They showed there's guys in there actually working, putting barrels together, which was really cool. We didn't get to see any of that at Heaven Hill, Maker's Mark, or Woodford. We didn't see that. So each tour I found, you get a little bit of something different. Not they are the same, but they're still a little bit of different things.
Yeah, that one does sound pretty interesting. Once I've gone through, I've seen a couple of them doing the distillation process. I just try to do a different kind of tour each time now. But when we went to Maker's Mark and we got to see them dipping the bottles, that was really cool.
That was really cool. Also, when we went to Woodford and got to do the tasting with the whatever we had.
They were, what do they call it? They call that, Tina, with the pairings.
Yeah, the pairings with the
different, like they had rye crackers with the rye and stuff like that.
Chocolates or whatever.
That was really cool. Really neat. Tina, you might need to get Lori to come over and help do dishes.
Yeah.
She's just right across the street. Is she there tonight?
Yeah. Man, that smells good. Marty's back.
He said neighbor dropped by. Did you not tell your neighbor you got important business? And we did. We did a cork pull for you, Marty, Jer.
The 2 greatest bourbon drinkers were on TV. I mean, what in the world? Welcome back.
This stuff smells like candy. It's like,
holy moly.
It's like the little cinnamon red hard candies that you get on Christmas in those tins. Oh my God. They're sweet and they're syrupy. Have you drank it yet?
Oh yeah.
I ain't even drank it. I'm still talking about the smell. Sweet, syrupy, cinnamony. Gosh.
Yeah, I get a whole bunch of sweet. Almost
Oh wow! Oh wow! But now there's a little tinge of bitterness in there too. Did you get that?
Yeah, I got a little bit of bitterness. Almost.
Oh, I'm sloshing this thing out on you.
I'll be all right.
It's a little cold out here, so I'm gonna warm this thing up. I gotta swirl it really good.
I noticed the color on this was very light. It's not as like that's at Booker's.
You think it's light? I think it's dark.
I think it's lighter than that Booker. So that's the Booker's.
I don't know. This is darker than that.
Hey, Copperhead, you're welcome. Thank you for joining.
I'm getting just a real bitter taste.
We'll catch you on the next time too.
All right. Phone's dying. Thanks, fellas. Thanks, Tina. Thanks, chat. Thank you for coming on in, Copperhead. And so I thought this was going to be a whole lot better since the smell, but now that I'm tasting it, it's not holding up to the single barrel store picks that I've had by Bullet. The bourbon.
No. But that rye
That's just
is that's an easy sipper, you know what I mean?
that is, but that's not. I don't like it at all. That's weird. I've heard a lot of people say it's really good.
It's got a different taste.
It does. It may be because we've
It's
had
not
so
like,
much.
I don't know where it's my palate one more time, but
How about that Jack Daniel's single barrel rye right over there? Grab a hold of that. Mm-hmm. I have to get another glass.
oh, we need another.
Look at that. That's Jack Daniel's single barrel select rye.
Breaking
It's been
bourbon.
opened a long time ago.
We're in a breaking bourbon.
Breaking bourbon.
This is breaking rye.
You got your glass?
I didn't get a new glass yet. I'm still drinking on this.
Let me wash my palate.
I got a malarkey glass. That probably won't taste worth a nickel.
That'd be much malarkey.
Once in that one more. So one thing I would like to try, I'd like to try that in old fashioned.
Yeah, I'm going to have to come back to that during the next live stream. And there's something wrong with my palate now because I'm getting the same kind of.
Right there, you trying to say that Booker's not ruined it?
The Booker's has destroyed my
Do
palate.
not drink the Booker's. It has ruined the palate.
It has ruined the palate.
I get like that rye spice. I get like a sweet up front, but then I get that rye spice mid palate, and it's like so overpowering.
Were you going to try this?
Yeah, sure.
That's all I taste is this.
No, but I don't know if it's worth it. Maybe I won't taste nothing.
Try it.
I get that rye spice in the mid, and it's so overpowering. I don't taste anything after that.
Right.
Like it's just, and then it
Yeah,
just lingers.
That's what's happening to me too. So I guess maybe if you start with ryes, you stick with ryes. If you start with bourbons, you stick with them.
No, that's not a problem. We got plenty of bottles of bourbon. I mean, I'm not getting any. It's like my mid palate, I still got a taste.
Mm-hmm.
But after that, it's like shot, gone.
Right.
And this one almost tastes.
Serious question: is my bunk bed set up yet? No, but you know,
we could
put you up here in the loft up here.
Yeah, we got an air mattress.
Let me let me show you. I'm probably gonna screws up my camera. So, just to give you a quick glimpse, you've got the loft up there. Is that showing up on the camera?
Yep.
And then we got one on the other side too.
So yeah, I mean, we can get you an air mattress up there. I'm not sure what the fee is or what Walt's rental.
Well, they do Airbnb, stay in Walt's Bourbon Bar.
Yeah,
right. With all the bourbon you can have.
No, we gotta limit that.
Oh, one sip.
1 sip per hour.
That'll be like $125 per night.
Yeah, we'll have that horse for you. Know it won't.
Yeah. He said that Booker's did fry. I mean, seriously. I am so glad we didn't do that at first. We were thinking about it. And because that is sure like really
been a waste of waste of whiskey.
That's coming back. Yeah, this is coming back. This is coming back. Jack Daniels. This is old, but this is a good rye. If you ever have a chance to get this stuff, then pull the trigger because that's a good rye.
Since your taste buds are about fried anyway, I want you to try that barge down. See what you think.
It's too late.
It's 8 o'clock.
Marty says he'll barbecue.
He's gonna barbecue for us. He's hired. I mean, he's hired.
He said, I FedEx my adoption. No, yeah, I mean, Jared, if you're going to cook, just come on down. I'll find somewhere to put you.
Free.
For sure. Nah, we're going to save this till next time. We're going to have to
I want you to try that.
Oh, Lord.
I want him to try this bottle.
He's forcing me to drink.
I tried this at the distillery. I thought it was pretty decent. I just want to see what his take is. Now, this is totally different than what Walt would normally drink. It's not a bottle that I would say Walt would go into a store or a distillery and buy this. I don't think he would.
All right, we're going to do this to like Oscar, who's not here. And we're going to do it for, let me turn this a little bit. And Michael Ford and Bill Coleman.
Peer pressure. He knows how it works.
All three of them. Michael Ford, Bill Coleman, and who did I say? Oscar Saenz. It's going to be a good port. I can tell. This is going
to be for you, Bill. It's the best cork pull tonight.
Ooh, that was the best cork pull.
I told you.
That was a good one. It's another one of those rubber corks.
Roger Randall knows what's up.
What did he say?
Bardstown Stave Series.
Yeah, that's exactly right,
That's
Roger.
what it is. So this is the small batch stave finish. This one I bought while we were in Louisville in September.
We need to have Roger on the channel.
Yeah, where's Roger at?
We'll have to pull him
what
in.
Are you doing?
Or we'll just drive out there.
We'll drive out to Roger.
Yeah. Cheers, Oscar, Michael, and Bill. Yeah. Cheers, those guys. We love them. Man, that was so cool when Oscar sent us all those Texas samples. Tina and I had a really good time with that. Do we have any left?
Any whiskey? Yeah, we got plenty of whiskey.
Glasses.
Well, we got one for you, and I got one of these. What are you?
Or you can get one of those New Orleans if you want, but that's better, I think. This is the Gatlinburg Sky Park. This is cool glass. Now, you don't get this if you sign up on Patreon. You have to go to Gatlinburg. But you do get one of these if you sign up as a Patreon member.
And
those are really cool.
You also got T-shirts.
And you get a T-shirt.
T-shirts. And you can also go and buy T-shirts if you'd rather do that. Maybe you got some holidays coming up.
I'd prefer. That's a great Christmas gift. Especially the Bourbon Bar T-shirt.
Yeah.
That's a cool T-shirt.
Bourbon Bar T-shirt, or maybe you know somebody likes whiskey and needs a Glencairn. You can, as you can tell, we've been here an hour. And you can never have enough Glencairn.
Now look at here. So this is the stave series. So all this, Bardstown does all these blends. So this has 49%. No, is that 49 or 48? 48% from Georgia, aged 8 years, of a mash bill of corn, 90%, 10% rye. That's not adding up. 80% corn, 10% rye, 5% wheat, and 5% malted barley. So that's 49% of this juice is that. Then I got 26% from Bardstown Bourbon Company. That's their own mix, which is aged 5 years, 70% corn, 18% rye, and 12% malted barley. So that's 26%. Then another 20% comes from Kentucky. It's aged 4 years, and it has a mash bill of corn 70%, rye 21%, and malted barley 9%. Just give blends a chance, guys. And then the last one, this is pretty interesting. 6% of this is from Kentucky, aged 12 years. Corn 78%, rye 10%, malted barley 12%. That sounds no, yeah. All of them have rye in it, so this is kind of like a high rye, really.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I just wanted to see your take on it. I didn't know.
That's pretty interesting.
So
now, what are the staves though? What kind of staves?
It didn't really say what the staves were.
It says small batch Stephan blend
of straight bourbon whiskeys finished with oak staves, which is, to me,
so you're putting more oak on your
oak. More oak than what a normal bourbon would have.
Huh.
So it's not like a funky finished, with some kind of Amberana or whatever kind of,
all right,
Shakey or whatever.
Nathan, you're fired as the marketing director. We're going to hire Terry.
Well,
he says, Walt, you need to make another shirt that says Walt's Bourbon Barn and Bigfoot Bar.
Well,
see, you done lost your job. No,
that's fine.
We're getting it to Terry now.
I mean, I'll just drink.
Marty Mafia is my favorite breakfast in the Smokies. Yeah, definitely. And
Tina, have that shirt made before we get done with this live stream.
Well, the other shirt that I have is called, the Frontiersman Bourbon Bar, and I actually drew that up, what I wanted, and I sent it to Vistaprint, and they made the logo, which I think is pretty cool. So.
Now, the last time I tried this was at the bar at Bardstown Bourbon Company in downtown Louisville. It may not have been around 9 o'clock in the morning when I tried this. So, I thought it was pretty good.
You know what I'm smelling? Like a 12-year bourbon.
When they told me you could only get it there, I was like, well, I gotta get one.
It's got a little different taste up front, but now lingering from the Bookers. But I think it's sweet, and it's like there's a. Am I wrong that I'm getting like prunes or raisins or something? Are you getting that in the back?
I don't really get the prunes and raisins.
Let's see. Oh yeah, definitely some dark, like either prune, raisins, or plums, something like that. sweet up front. Let me see.
I get a touch of oakiness.
I'm not getting too much oak on there. I did on my first sip, but now that I'm getting the other flavors coming in, that seems to be more pronounced.
Gino's pizza glass.
Now this is that was the this was a cup that we got when we went to Bubba's Fish Shack in Myrtle Beach, and it's the Divine Dining Group, and they have Bubba's Fish Shack. They got Nacho Hippo. They got California Pizza. And they got the River City Cafe, which we did a video on. And we also did a video on Bubba's. So Tina and I love. And also, and then the barbecue place we ate at is also same place, but it's not on here.
River City.
We ate at Tina. What's the name of that barbecue place? Yeah, it's Divine Dining Group. And what was the barbecue place name? But they have, like, if you ever go to Myrtle Beach and Surfside, Divine Dining Group, man, they have some great restaurants. They know what they're doing. Really good stuff. And this, Gracious Pig. That was the name of the barbecue place. Really fantastic barbecue place. Awesome. Go ahead, Nick. I'm sorry.
I was going to say, if somebody told you, I know how you feel about stave finish bourbon.
Yeah.
Like we'll use Oak and Eden, for example.
Right.
Or we'll go.
Sucks.
Some of the maker's marks are good.
Some of them.
But there's some that are stave finished that we just think it's a gimmick. It's flavored whiskey. It's whatever. Mm-hmm. It doesn't do much for us. If somebody told you this was a stave finished whiskey, would you
I wouldn't have thought so. Because I just give me a little bit more, but I don't think.
So when I went up to the counter and the lady said, "Oh, we've got this. This is distillery only. You can only get it here." She poured me a pour of it. I took a drink and I'm like, "Which one's which?" And she said, "Oh, that's stave finished." And I said,
"I know. Usually
it's staved in oak, and oak is what it's barreled in anyway."
Yeah, so and that's why I was, when you said you were tasting oak, I'm not getting that oak,
right?
And that means my palate's burnt off.
So I knew when I told Walt, "Hey, I got you a bottle of Bardstown. It's a stave finish," that he was just going to be like, "Nah, I don't need that stave finish." But I knew, when I tasted it, I'm like, it doesn't taste like any other stave finished bourbon I've ever had.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like what we normally.
Yeah, Oak and Eden and Oak and Ivy.
And I've given 3 or 4 of those Oak and Edens.
Now that he's been talking about oak, when I tasted that time, I got a little tiz, but I wasn't even. It's like most bourbons. A good bourbon's gonna have a little bit of oakiness, long as it doesn't come through as peanuts, like a George Dickel does or something like that.
George Dickel comes through as something
sour peanuts.
I don't know. I wouldn't even call it peanuts. I mean, that's just nuts.
This is actually really good.
I thought it was really good, but I thought it was 9:00 in the morning. I had 5 different pours in front of me. I was tasting this. I was tasting the weeded bourbon that they had. I had the West Virginia Barrel Company Zebra Stripe Barrel. I had that, and I had one more pour, and I was like, man, that first one I tasted was really good, but maybe so I went back to it. And by the time I went back to it, I'm like, it's good, but and I thought this. I think this bottle was $50.
Wow!
At the distillery.
That's cool.
they had one for the West Virginia Barrel Company. It's made in a zebra barrel, which they explained to me was, you know how you have the staves in the barrel, the barrel's made out of staves or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Each one is different kind of wood. So it's like a white oak, and then they have a different kind of oak, and then it's a white oak, and it's a different kind of oak.
And that's what that is?
No,
that was the
West
zebra
Virginia
thing. Okay.
And when I tasted it, I didn't think, because I was going to get you that bottle. I said, what's it got? West Virginia on it. Waltz, West Virginia.
Yeah.
Through and through. I was going to get him that bottle, and then when I tasted it up against this, I said, it don't even hold a can. This is much better than $50 than the $160 West Virginia.
And I have been wanting to buy that West Virginia just because it says West Virginia on it. But I'm glad you did that, because he tasted our palate's pretty close. Yeah, pretty close. There's a few things that he'll pick up that I don't pick up, but they're pretty close.
But yeah, most of the stuff I like, you like, same vice versa.
French oak staves, okay.
And every once in a while we'll have one that you like, I don't.
Yeah,
I like you.
Well, guys, we're gonna head on out. We had a lot of pours tonight.
Oh yeah,
and that was a lot of fun. I hope everybody has a great Thanksgiving. Families first, so enjoy your family, and we'll see. Just keep looking out. I may have some videos coming up, but most likely it'll be in January, but I might surprise you because that's just what I do.
Yeah. If you got any bourbon questions, send them to Walt, send them to me.
He says he thinks the Georgia bourbon is from Moonrise Distillery.
I was wondering if that Georgia was from, what's that colony? 13th colony.
13th colony.
I had that in my head, but I wasn't, that was the one that.
I bet 13th colony don't want to give up their stuff.
But I wasn't sure.
Thank you, Scott. Thank you, Marty Jer. And thanks, everybody. Roger, thanks for all your knowledge.
Oh, yeah, Roger. Thank you.
Thanks to all my Patreon and YouTube members. You guys mean the world to me. If those of you who are on here, maybe consider becoming a Patreon member, because that really helps. Let me just say this. Without my Patreons, I wouldn't be as far in this building as I am. And it's coming along. What do you think?
Oh, yeah. Looks great in here. It's cool. It's coming right along. Hopefully we'll get a few more things done here soon.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, it's functional right now, but we can do some upgrades and make it a little better. And thank you for having me on the live stream, Walt, as always.
Oh, yeah, always.
Love showing up.
Yeah.
Bringing it with.
Nathan's got that bourbon knowledge. He drank a little bit this time. But all right, we appreciate y'all, and it's been a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, always fun. Always fun hanging out with you and everybody on live.
Yep. And Nathan always comes over. Tina and I'll be relaxing. It'll be about 8:00, and then there'll be a knock on the door, and it's Nathan carrying at least 2 bottles of bourbon.
Yeah, I mean, you got to have choices. You can't come over with one bottle. That there's no. I mean, maybe you don't feel like drinking that one, so you bring 2. You always bring 2.
Because I might kick you out because the first one.
Most of the time, the bottles I bring aren't open, so you don't know if the one you're going to open is any good. And if it's not, you got to back up. That's just life.
Thanks, Terry. We appreciate it. I feel the same way. I do next year. If I can make it to next year, I can tell y'all one of the reasons I have. I'm more of a travel kind of a guy who likes to go out and do bourbon hunts and stuff like that. The one thing that was kind of weighing on me was the fact that I've had to cancel trips because of the price of motels and the price of gas and price of, eating out on the road. All that kind of stuff has really weighed on me to where I can't get out and do the things that I really enjoy doing. Going on the Bigfoot hunts, going on bourbon hunting, and just try and do restaurants and stuff like that. So that weighs on me a lot. All we can do is hope the economy gets better, inflation decreases, and then we can get back to having a normal life.
Oh yeah,
and so that's what I'm looking for.
Whiskey Uncensored said we look cool.
We look cool.
Do you believe that?
Whiskey Uncensored, and I'm glad he ain't censoring the whiskey.
Yeah,
because we can't tolerate that. Don't censor whiskey.
No yeah, well, I guess the next live stream. I mean, we still had extra bottles here, so
Nathan's probably got. How many bottles do you think you have that have never been opened?
I don't know. I would say 300, 200.
That's never been opened?
Maybe, yeah. Somewhere in that range. I mean, what he could have a bourbon show every day of the month if we wanted to.
And I've got
new bottle every day.
Like 15 unopened in the house and maybe another 15 here. So I've got about 30 because most of the time I open up what I buy.
Yeah. I mean, just like this. This is a brand new brand that we brought.
Clint Eastwood and you're Tom Cruise now.
All right. I brought the Mary Dowling, which is a new brand, made by Rabbit Hole, from what I'm understanding.
Yeah.
This is the barrel proof, 125.
We're still saying goodbye.
And that's one we got that we didn't open. We also had the Nashville Barrel Company, single barrel from Liquor Barn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we got more to open.
And before
you got 300.
Before winter's over, we got to try this new Jim Beam Winter's Reserve. It's a 6-year age. It is infused with notes of vanilla and cinnamon. But I've heard for a $20-some bottle, this thing is amazing.
I was thinking Nathan was more like, that the movie Any Which Way But Loose, or Every Which Way But Loose.
Yeah.
I thought Nathan was more like, I'm Clint, but
you thought I was a monkey?
No, his buddy. I wasn't gonna say he was Clyde, but his buddy that hangs around with, he's got his hat backwards like that.
Hat backwards.
All right, guys, y'all have a good one. We sure enjoyed it.
We appreciate you guys watching.
And Mr. Fix-It said he just got a case of the Winter Reserve. A case
of it. Is it that good?
He's going to get
we really need to open it
Not
right
tonight.
now?
I ain't opening it tonight.
I'll drink it. Walt can just.
He says, keep on pouring. You can go start your own daggone channel. I'm going to bed. YouTube recommended you guys to me. Going to check you out. Need to go set up for my live stream on a half hour. Okay, well, good.
Hey, cool.
All right.
We appreciate you stopping in.
We may come check you out.
We might step in and see what you got going on.
And what did Mr. Fix-It say?
He said he got a case to share. I guess he's not going to drink a case of it. He's going to share it.
He's going to drink it.
Have you tried this, Mr. Fix-It?
Notes of vanilla and cinnamon. All right, guys, we're out of here. I promise. It's almost an hour and a half. And Nathan's got work in the morning. All right, y'all have a good evening. And you got to say like Tina does, always keep it squatchy.